they're always gonna make themselves feel like the victim, and the guy's always the bad guy. Oh my God, I was just played, I was betrayed, oh, he was a narcissist. It's funny how all these stories come from the girls, but the guys have a completely different story. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? So in this video, I'm gonna go over the several ways in which women manipulate you. Now, women, according to some, are known to be manipulative people, but in my opinion, they can be manipulative in a healthy way, joking, playful to protect themselves, but some of them could be manipulative in a toxic way. But this video is to make you realize the difference so you could tell whether to proceed forward and also to know how and when to protect yourself. Let's begin. Number one, when you don't do a specific thing she asks, she's gonna make you look like a selfish piece of shit by saying, you don't care about me. You see, women, at the end of the day, a lot of them, when they don't get what they want, they'll try to flip the script on you very easily to make you seem like the bad guy in the movie. For example, I once had a woman tell me, we were in the very early stages of talking, like very early, like weeks. She wanted me to get her a birthday gift. And although at the time I did give her a birthday gift because I felt that it was appropriate, not because I felt pressured, she wanted to pressure me into getting her another one instead of just one. And then because I said, no, let's just stick to one gift for now, she was just like, oh, what's the matter? You're too cheap? Oh, you can't afford it? This one's cheaper if I can get it for you if it's cheaper. And then what I noticed at the time right away, because I'm actually knowledgeable about this, is that she's just doing this to try to manipulate me, to make me seem like a selfish asshole, so that if I don't do it, that's what I seem like. But then again, if I do it, internally she's gonna be like, wow, I don't respect this guy. I could easily control him just like that. He just got it just because I kept begging and pleading. Wow. At the end of the day, here's what I think you should do. If a woman's trying to manipulate you using a specific tactic like that, if she legitimately convinces you, once again, legitimately, don't try to just bullshit yourself, then go ahead and do what she asks because she actually convinced you. But if you're not convinced, you could do something like I did. Get her one gift because I believe she deserved it. It was something light, not something super crazy. But if she keeps trying to push for it, and I don't believe it's, that special of an occasion, because especially we're not together yet, we're just a few weeks into talking, then that's it. You don't keep trying to just conform to what she wants. No, you have to hold the ground, put the boundary in a nice way, of course. If she keeps probing, just say, oh, well, we're not gonna be able to do that right now. She's gonna respect your honesty. She might call you a dick, she might call you an asshole, but at the end of the day, you're being honest. It's not about being an asshole or doing any of those things. You should be a gentleman, but at the same time, hold your own ground and be firm, and don't let her walk all over you, because once she does, trust me, she's gonna turn it into a habit and she's gonna make your life a living hell. Number two, she'll make backhanded comments at you when you point out something that she did that you didn't like in an effort to gaslight you and make you question yourself. For example, there was this one time when I was 24 years old, I was vaping at the time, and I was with a chick at this diner. We were eating, blah, 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 and I had my vape, I put it on the side. What ends up happening is she takes it from me, I'm just like, oh, come on, really? Like, give it back, yeah, well, it's cute, it was nice and funny, blah, blah, blah. She ends up saying, no, whatever. Long story short, she goes to the bathroom and the vape is still on the table, so I just take it and put it back in my pocket because I don't want to hear the nonsense, I don't want to be bothered, I don't like to be controlled. I'm just that kind of guy. Don't control me, don't force me to try to stop something. I'll stop it when I believe it's right to stop. I see her point, I see vaping is bad, whatever. Anyways, she comes back, she finds out that I put it in my pocket, and she was just like, oh my God, what a pussy. Why would you do that? Like, you didn't even have the guts to take it from me? Like, you had to wait till I went to the bathroom? I'm just like, what? At the time, because I wasn't as developed as I am right now, I didn't fully call her out on it. I took it, I played it off like it's a joke. But now in retrospect, don't you dare let a woman call you a pussy, no matter what. I don't care if she's joking, or I don't care if it's, she had no intention. No woman can ever call you that. That is very disrespectful, and not a single man on the planet deserves to be called that unless he's done some crazy, stuff that allowed him to be like that. But my situation was not any of that. So what I'm trying to say is that comment is meant as a backhanded comment to get me to stop bothering her because she did something I didn't like because I took, the vape without her being there. So what I'm trying to say is she's trying to manipulate you to make you seem like the loser in the end and her like the winner. But that's a side note. If a woman ever calls you a pussy, don't you dare let that go. You tell her, look, I know you're just joking. You don't get all, offensive. but you politely put her in her place right then and there, and you tell her, I'm never gonna hear that again. I'm not gonna be called a pussy again. That's completely unacceptable. I will not pass it. I will not let you call me that again, okay? Yeah. Another time was when a woman made a certain comment. I swear to God, I forgot what the comment was, but I was just like, damn, that was kind of aggressive. It wasn't crazy aggressive, but it had a little bit of a hint of my comment, that is. It had a little bit of a hint of seriousness and playfulness, because I wasn't super offended, but at the end of the day, I don't want to just, give her the implication that I'm completely okay with anything being said at any time. I was like, damn, that was a bit aggressive. So she was just like, oh, wait, you're so sensitive. Oh my God, stop being sensitive. And I could tell, I swear to God, just from her demeanor, that she was so used to playing this game on guys and guys just giving in. Most guys, when she says something like that, oh, I'm not that sensitive. No, I promise you I'm not that sensitive. But instead, me, I'm just like, no, it's not that. I'm just not a fan of, those words. I'm not a fan of, that type of aggressive behavior. I understand you didn't mean it, but, blah, 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 whatever. At the end of the day, you just put your boundary and overcome it in an easygoing way. You don't have to make a whole scene of it. Just state what you want, and if she can't agree with it, then you just, move on to the next and just, God bless, it was nice to meet you, we're not gonna get along, whatever. But the whole point is, she'll try to manipulate you to get you to conform to what she wants. If you just simply conform to what she wants without, actually being convinced, because that's a different thing. If you're legitimately convinced, you'll be like, you know what, you're right, maybe I overreacted here. But no, if you stick true to your guns and your gut feeling is not comfortable with something, address it right away, because she's going to respect that. And you're going to respect that, more importantly, from yourself. It's not just her respecting it out of you, which is good, yes. It's you respecting it from yourself. Because then you're going to know that you're not the type of person who lets other people walk all over him. You now respected yourself and you stood up for yourself when there was something that was said that you didn't like. Number 3, she'll call you a narcissist for choosing yourself over her in certain conditions when it's rightful to do so. I'm not talking about in a marriage or when kids are involved. I'm talking about when it's rightful to do so, when you're not even in a relationship with this person. Let me give you a personal example. There was this girl a while back who was really interested in me, and from day one, I swear to God, I told her, look, I'm not sure if I see you this way. I can't guarantee anything. I don't think I see you this way. I swear to God, from the very beginning, God's my witness, I told her this. And she kept trying to convince me to be with her, but I would still tell her, no, I'm sorry, I don't see you that way. And she'd still call and do you miss me, blah, 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 all these things. And at the end of the day, when I told her, I'm sorry, I don't see you that way, of course she would go on a tantrum and, oh my God, you're such a narcissist, you're such a ladies' man, all you care about is your social media and your friends over any woman. I'm just like, no. Just because you see that, just because I don't see you in that way, although I see you as very sweet, you're a great friend, and I care about you in that way, then sure. But besides that, I don't see you as my future wife. But oh no, you're a narcissist, you should give it a try. What's wrong with me? All the guys think I'm pretty. You should show pictures of me to your friends, and they're all gonna be like, oh my God, you're crazy, you're letting that go, blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying is, some women are gonna try to make you seem like a narcissist for choosing you and the truth over her in certain situations. In this case, rightfully so, let's say I didn't choose a relationship with her, so quote unquote, I didn't prioritize her over myself, which is my truth. I had to be honest with her and say, look, I don't see you that way. You're a good friend. You're an amazing friend. You're an amazing person. You came from an amazing family, very respectable family, whatever. Your family raised you right. But at the end of the day, I don't see you that way. You think that I see you that way. You think that I'm playing a game to you, but no. At the end of the day, I don't see you that way, but you see me that way, and I respect that and I appreciate it, but I have to be honest with you instead of just lying to you like most people would do in the situation just to get what they want. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm actually a very honest guy. Sometimes my honesty gets me in trouble, I swear to God. But anyways, my point is, if a certain situation like that comes up, and a woman tries to make you feel like a narcissist, or flat out says that you're a narcissist because you chose certain things over her, and rightfully so, it's not like a family where you have kids or you're married with this person, then at the end of the day, let your gut feeling tell you the truth. If your gut feeling is telling you no, you're not a narcissist, then no, you're not a narcissist. Because at the end of the day, usually these things are either black or white. They're either yes or no. There's no gray area. But yeah, in this particular case, I don't see anything narcissistic about that. I just don't see you in that light. something could happen to you where, for example, I don't know, let's just say you haven't seen one of your friends in a long time, but your wife wants you to spend time with her that day, but you told her you're gonna spend time with this person, but then again, she had a bad day, so now she's calling you a narcissist because you'd rather spend time with him than her. I don't know. Whatever it is, certain situations in life, I'm 100% sure they're going to come up where you kind of have to choose you over her once again, before you start judging. I mean, I'm not talking about a marriage, or I'm not talking about a situation with a kid. I'm specifically speaking about situations where it's not even warranted. It didn't even get to a relationship probably. Then rightfully so, you have to choose yourself, and if she calls you a narcissist, she's just trying to manipulate you to get you to do what she wants and to make her seem like the victim, which many women do. Oh my goodness. They're always gonna make themselves feel like the victim, and the guy's always the bad guy. Oh my God, I was just played, I was betrayed, oh, he was a narcissist. It's funny how all these stories come from the girls, but the guys have a completely different story. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? But yeah, other situations where women can manipulate you are like when she's trying to get you to pick her up because she doesn't have her car and you're not even her boyfriend and you only ever saw her twice, and you have like a very busy schedule and she's trying to get you to do this, but you say, no, I'm sorry because I'm about to go to sleep. She's like, oh, you don't care about me? Oh, if you cared about me, you would have done this. Once again, that's meant to make you seem like an asshole because you're not doing what she wants. Instead, it's like, no, I actually have to really go to sleep because I have an important meeting. You know, we only met twice, to be completely honest. I'd love to help you. I mean, if you're doing it from the goodness of your heart and you're not just doing it to impress her, then of course do it. But some women will try to make it seem that, you know, you're supposed to go out of your way to help them, and at the end of the day, when you get there to try to pick her up, can I have $300 cash? My bank account is closed. You see, now we're getting into a weird territory right now, and it's just very awkward, and you see, that's why you should avoid these types of women to begin with. Stay with women who have their shit together. Stay with women who are not chaotic, who are not overly dramatic and emotional. I understand women tend to be more emotional than men, but the women who are not overly chaotic and dramatic, just the women who are more healthy. Because some women, they do the manipulation, but in a healthy way. For example, they'll playfully tease you, and you'll say you like a certain type of car. Oh, that kind of car sucks. And then she'll playfully say that to see what you say. And if you change your mind, you lost the test like a little bitch, basically. But if you pass the test and you say, oh, come on, your taste in cars suck. And then she's gonna be like, yeah, I'm just joking with you, sweetie. I love you. Whatever, something like that. At the end of the day, man, your gut feeling is gonna be able to tell whether she's actually manipulating you or she's just playfully manipulating you and it's a joke. But those are some signs to look out for. I hope you enjoyed the video, man. Also, I have this course about the perfect first date ever. It's not just about the perfect first date, but it's also about how to build a connection with a woman where that she likes you so much and wants you so much, where she wants you to be hers and only hers, and she wants you to forget about all other women. So if that sounds like something you really want, click the link in my description below and purchase the course. Anyways, man, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, man. Peace.